Hey guys, I'm Jordan and you're watching Fixbook. After watching this video, your car problems stand about as much a chance as this laptop does against my hot lead. Now, make sure you stay tuned so you can see what happened to the laptop at the end of this video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. So today I'm going to be showing you how to replace your taillight and all of your bulbs in your taillight in your 05 and later Toyota Tacoma. Also, I'm including the license plate bulb removal and install procedure as well. So if you don't need to do that, skip over or fast forward 2 minutes from this point and you should be right about it where I'm beginning the removal procedure for the taillight. So for today's project, you'll need a 3/8 ratchet with a small extension and a 10mm socket. You'll also need a straight pick, and only if you're doing the license plate bulb removal and install will you need a Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, so real quick I'm going to show you how to remove this license plate light here. You're going to take a Phillips head screwdriver, I'm just going to unscrew it, and I'm guessing this plastic piece is just going to come right off here, or it looks like I have to do a little prying. Oh, just wiggle it off, and let's see, it looks like it's gonna want to be a little difficult. Yeah, so it's just kind of hooked in there. Just make sure you push, like kind of lift up and push, and this will come right off there. And then we're looking at this, and all you really got to do is twist and pull them off, and we'll have this little taillight bulb. You just pull them out there, and that's pretty much it. We gotta put them back in. You just push them in, and we'll do the reverse of what we just did. We'll stick them in there, and until he falls, we will push down and twist around. He's not cooperating too well. There we go. So I'm just going to twist like that, and then we'll just fit him back in there. And like you just saw me do there, you're going to stick him down and then slide back. And then we'll just work our Phillips head screw back in. Pretty simple enough at least. And I'll screw him back in. And that's as tight as she needs to be. Just don't over tighten it. You'll strip stuff and it'll be bad. But it's really hard to over tighten stuff with the Phillips head screwdriver. It's small. So that's it for that. Now we'll move on to the taillight bulbs and taillight assembly removal and installation. Alright, and the first thing we'll want to do in today's project is just come over here and just let down your tailgate. And next we'll come over here to our taillight assembly, and we've got these two 10mm bolts we need to remove. It's just these two. You'll see some other ones with washers, but it's just the standard looking bolts there. So I'm going to go ahead and get my ratchet and socket on there. And just go ahead and I'll loosen both of them up, and then I like to use my socket and extension kind of like a screwdriver. Just seems to make things go by quicker. So come over here and just spin it off there pretty quickly, like that. And it's a really easy project. So there we go. We've got both our bolts on. The next thing you gotta do is you gotta grab this bulb and just pull it straight off. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of grab on this guy, and as you can see, it's already wiggling a little bit. And also, I just realized I called this guy bulb. This is your taillight assembly. I know someone was gonna correct me on that, so just letting you know. And what you need to do is just kind of grab and pull straight off. There's two little stud-looking guys, plastic stud-looking guys hooked in there, and we're gonna pull it, and there goes one. And there goes the other. So we got those out, and now it's just going to be hooked up to a bunch of wires, and I'm going to go ahead and see. Oh, it's actually just caught around there. And to remove the whole taillight assembly, we just need to unplug this guy right here. Now, I am going to show you how to unplug this connector and completely remove the taillight assembly, but first I'm going to show everyone how to change each one of these bulbs here. If you're changing your turning signal bulb, it's going to be the top one here, the top one on the taillight assembly. The parking and brake light bulb is going to be the center one right here, and then your reverse light is going to be this one right here. And all these work pretty much the same way, and pretty much for every car where we need to replace a bulb, it's gonna work the same way. You're gonna twist, pull out, and twist, pull out, and twist and pull out. So that's how you get the bulb out of its little home there. And for this kind, this is the brake and parking light. We're just gonna pull it out here. You might have to wiggle them a little bit. And there we go. And it just kind of comes out just like that. And then when you put it back in, we're just gonna push him back in. I'll set him off to the side. And this one is also gonna be the same. You're just gonna pull and wiggle, and he's gonna come right out. And try and just grab it right there by the plastic piece down there, so that you don't break the bulb and hurt yourself. Okay guys, now I was kind of struggling there a little bit back there, and basically what I found was they've got these little clips in there, hopefully you can see. And what you'll need to do is you're gonna wiggle and then kind of hold it in the progress you've made, and then you'll push the little clip and push the little clip, and then wiggle and then hold it, because you've made a little bit of progress, and then you're gonna push, and then wiggle some more, and then it'll eventually come out, and now you'll be able to see clearly the little clips that we're working against here. So you just need to remember you gotta use a pick here to kind of push those and then pull the bulb out. And now your reverse bulb is not quite as difficult. You just go and pull, and a lot of the bulbs are just like that. You just pull and it comes right out. So when we go to put our bulbs back in, I'll start with that one I had here up here earlier. Your turn signal bulb is, we're just gonna push it back in. So we're pretending this is your new bulb, and just gonna snap in there. And then that brake and parking light bulb, the clear one, is just gonna do the same thing. You're gonna push and snap it back in there. And this little reverse bulb, it clicks in easier. It's the easier of the three. Now you want to remove your whole taillight, so what you gotta do is unplug this connector, and it may be useful to use a screwdriver here. We're gonna push kinda, and I like to kind of get that loosened up there, and I'll push down as well as up, because that helps loosen the connector up if it hasn't been unplugged in ages. So I feel like I've loosened it up there a little bit, and then I'm just gonna use my thumb and I'm gonna push pretty hard. And there we go. It comes right off, and now we've got our taillight assembly off. Okay guys, so we've removed our taillight assembly here, and I just want to speak briefly about the assembly. You can see we got this little rubber piece here. That's just to drain moisture that's going to enter into this little chamber looking thing right here for your parking and brake light. And that's going to be the most important one. That's the one that's going to get real hot. The other two won't, because that's only going to be on when you're in reverse, and this one of course is only going to be on when you're turning and you got a turning signal going on, or when you hit the little lock and unlock, it flashes the orange lights. Toyota likes to do that. But we've got this little rubber moisture drainage piece here, and that's to ensure longevity in your brake / parking light bulb here. And also I want to point out these two studs. This is important for when you go to put it back together, and if you haven't yet done the project, it'll kind of help you understand when you're removing it. We've got these two plastic studs, and they're going to fit in here and here. So like when you're removing it, you're just going to pull it straight out, and you're not hurting anything when you make those pop noises. That's just these little stud guys coming out of their holes. And it also seems that they're replaceable, so if you do break them, it's probably like a 10mm. You're just going to remove it and you'll get your new one and just put them back in there. So now we're going to finish the video, and I'll show you how to install everything back together. So earlier I didn't show you me putting the bulbs back in, but I'm just going to show you how to do that now. You're just going to find a little place where it fits in, and then you'll twist to the right, and we'll do the same right here. Find how it fits in, twist to the right, and lastly we'll do it one more time. Fits in there, and we'll twist to the right. Now our bulbs are in there securely, and we'll go ahead and plug up our plug here. Okay, so when we install, what we're going to do is we're just going to take this piece right here, it's going to click down, and then also we need to make sure our wire is hooked back up here. I didn't mention that in the beginning when we were removing it, but this wire is going to be fit down in there, and you'll see that, and if that's how you take it out, just so you know there. So I'm going to fit him back in there, and then we'll just pick this guy up and we'll just work him in here. Make sure this wire is kind of pushed to the side there so it can fit around that piece in there, and then we'll just get them lined up and just snaps back in there. So it'll still be a little loose. That's how it's supposed to be. And then we'll grab our two 10mm bolts and put them in. Alright, so now I'm just going to take my bolts, and you may have to push the taillight a little bit to get them worked in there so the threaded hole is lined up correctly. And then we'll just kind of work them back in there. And then I'll just kind of look down there at the bottom and do the same. Feels like I might kind of start that. Just take my little extension screwdriver, as I like to call it, and we'll snug them down. And about how tight you want these guys on there is I'll just kind of snug them down like that. And that's really just about tight enough, but just to be sure, I'll just kind of stick my thing on there and I'll just go just like half a quarter turn. So I'm going to go just like that right there until you really feel it snug down. It doesn't need to be any tighter than that. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch all my new videos, which publish Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will see you then.